Chapter 340. Beaten to a Pulp. Translator, Chibi General Editor, Chibi General. Sansha Mountain was originally a place no one showed interest towards, and was a place Che clan and Zuo clan had interactions. However, since the inheritance opened, it had become extremely lively, and there would be people moving through the forest frequently. Clashes and disputes occurred frequently. Right now it was still relatively peaceful. Every time the light pillar opened, the entry quota was limited. At that time, it would be a scene of carnage at Sansha Mountain. To fight for a chance to enter the inheritance, all the Gu Masters chose to stay on the mountain. This led to a phenomenon. The stronger the Gu Masters, the closer towards the mountain peak they stayed. This caused them to be in a favorable position when the inheritance appeared, since they could much easily rush towards it. The cave Fang Yuan chose was on the middle of the mountain. From the traces around the cave, there was clearly someone living in it. Sure enough, when they got near the cave, a loud and clear voice was transmitted from within the cave. "This is my Meng Kuang's territory. Get lost, or else you will die a violent death." "Ha ha ha ha, Meng Kuang! What crap is that? This place is pretty good. I have taken a liking to it. Get lost." Fang Yan laughed outside the cave and issued an ultimatum. "Screw your gur-asterisk-in mother. You want it the hard way. Since you are looking to die, then don't blame me for being ruthless." Following the voice, a burly man walked out of the cave. His upper body was bare. He was wearing a worn-out hemp-knitted shorts. Cayenne snake scales covered his whole body. His face was covered with long beard. Blood veins showed on his eyes, and his black hair fell down his head in disarray. He walked out of the cave looking like a furious fiend. "Two blind fools, huh?" Meng Kuang looked at Fang Yanbai. He was cursing with his rough voice when suddenly his pupils shrunk and his jaw opened wide. His gaze revealed a bewildered expression. "You two, could you be the black and white twin demons? What do you think?" Bai Ningbing laughed faintly, her blue eyes flashing with killing intent. Meng Kuang only felt chills rising from his back and spreading over his body in seconds. Black and white twin demons were rank 4 Gu Masters, while he was only at rank 3 upper stage. Moreover, he had heard about how these two killed without blinking their eyes, and how cruel their methods were. "Damn it! I have been hiding here without doing anything. What did I do to deserve this? This really is misfortune dropping from the sky." Meng Kuang's thoughts were in disorder. In an instant, the vicious face suddenly changed. The raised eyebrows drooped, the wide-opened eyes narrowed down to a slit. The bent corner of his lips immediately rose up into a smile. He did everything he could to show his goodwill. "It is my greatest fortune in this life for both lords to take a liking to my cave." Meng Kuang bent his back and rubbed his hands, giving a flattering smile towards Fang Yanbai. His body was tall and robust, but when he shrunk down and bent his back, his original rampant, domineering aura immediately disappeared into oblivion. This matched with his boorish appearance was simply like a clown fiesta. You are sensible. You can get lost now." Fang Yuan waved his hand. Yes, yes, yes." Meng Kuang seemed to have received an amnesty as he slipped out and immediately ran far away. After forcing out Meng Kuang, Fang Yuan and Bai Ningbing entered the cave together. The cave was already arranged properly by Meng Kuang, and they did not need to waste their energy to make any arrangements. "Sansha Mountain is filled with danger. We will take turns to stay guard at night for the next 8 days. If one sleeps, the other must be awake," Fang Yuan warned Bai Ningbing. Naturally, Bai Ningbing nodded. "Hui Mei won't leave it at that. We will be facing constant troubles in these 8 days. However, it is also good that these people are sending themselves to us. We can establish our might, and that matches with our intention." Fang Yuan had just finished saying this when a voice came from outside the cave. "Are black and white twin demons inside? I am Tyrant Heng Mei. I have long looked forward to meeting you two. This time I especially came in to pay a visit." "Tyrant Heng Mei? Isn't he the boss of 10 tyrants? I heard he is very cruel, cultivates strength path, likes to eat little children's flesh, and has spread fear over Nanshan." Bai Ningbing glanced at Fang Yuan. Fang Yuan sneered inside. He had planned to go find trouble with this tyrant Hung Mei, but to think the latter actually dropped in himself. The two walked out of the cave and looked at the 8 people standing outside the cave. At the front was a robust body, bare and flat chest, black chest hair growing all over his chest. A dense aura of rank 4 middle stage was let out from all over his body. However, this demonic path's figure, famous for his savageness, was wearing a smile right now. When he saw Fang and Bai, he immediately cupped his hands, and one could only take him as an elegant black bear at first glance. To think the black and white twin demons had such large background. Tyrant Heng Mei had intentionally spoken in a loud voice and attracted the attention of many nearby Gu masters. Even Tyrant Heng Mei came to pay a visit to them personally. Many were surprised. Fortunately, I ran out. When did Tyrant Heng Mei become so polite? Mang Kuang still had not run far away. Right now he touched his chest and felt the lingering fear. Tyrant Heng Mei, it is good you came. I was just about to visit you. Fang Yuan responded. Tyrant Heng Mei's smile became even deeper, thinking Fang Yuan was going to pay a visit to him. But who knew Fang Yuan's next words immediately caused his smile to stiffen. I heard you are also a strength path Gu master. Let's enjoy a battle of life and death and determine who is stronger. I, Fang Zheng, am walking the strength path and am going to become the #1 in the strength path. Hand over your life. Finished speaking, Fang Yuan activated his Gu and directly launched an assault at Tyrant Heng Mei. What? Tyrant Heng Mei came back to his senses. He was startled and also furious. He had broken the tradition and came to pay a visit, but to think this Fang Zheng was an ungrateful guy and attacked him without saying anything further. What kind of person is this? Is this still a person? The nerves in his brain are jumbled up, right? Fang Yuan did not care about his thoughts as he charged quickly towards Tyrant Heng Mei. All-out effort, Gu. Without saying any words, he directly attacked. Grr! A brown bear phantom appeared from behind him. Violent strength, Gu. Tyrant Heng Mei opened his eyes with anger. He did not dodge, put his arms up to block head-on. With the activation of violent strength, Gu, his body enlarged and increased his strength sharply. Bam! Fang Yuan fiercely smashed into Tyrant Heng Mei, sending the latter back by 5 steps, while he, himself, bounced back from the terrifying strength. Tyrant Heng Mei was at rank 4 middle stage and commanded the other 9 members of 10 tyrants. He had lorded over Nan Mountain for many years and had deep foundations. Little beast king, I gave you face, but you don't know what's good for you. Tyrant Heng Mei shouted, but he did not take the initiative to attack. He was at rank 4 middle stage and knew he was stronger after crossing one move with Fang Yuan, since the latter was only at rank 4 initial stage. However, there was not only one rank 4 on the scene, there was also Bai Ningbing who was standing there. Tyrant Heng Mei was sure of winning against Fang Zheng, but it would be very difficult for him to fight against 2. Tyrant Heng Mei, why are you being so careful? Bai Ningbing, you deal with the others. Tyrant Heng Mei is mine. Fang Yuan laughed loudly and shrugged his shoulders before charging towards Tyrant Heng Mei again. I will give you 5 minutes. If you can't finish it by then, I will take over. Bai Ningbing slightly raised her brows, her blue eyes flashing with sharp light. Boastful juniors. Hearing Fang and Bai's casual conversation, Tyrant Heng Mei felt his anger was about to burst out. He had a violent temperament. He already outdid himself by maintaining his patience till now. Knowing that the situation was hard to improve, he threw away his other thoughts and let the murderous aura in his mind surge forth. Fight! 2 sides collided. Fang Yuan against Tyrant Heng Mei, while Bai Ningbing suppressed the remaining members of the 10 tyrants. It was a chaotic battlefield. Boulders were smashed, mountain creeks ran dry, caves collapsed, and there were sounds of thunder-like explosions. Tyrant Heng Mei became more fearful. Fang Yuan possessed bitter strength. Gu, his strength and fighting strength grew the more injuries he suffered. When he crossed moves against Fang Yuan just before, he had thought the so-called Little Beast King was no more than that. Reaching the halfway stage, his expression turned grave. And when Fang Yuan burst out with 6 beast phantoms at the same time, Tyrant Heng Mei's face lost color. This little beast king, how could he be so strong? Not only is his goo worm combination superior to mine, he also has plentiful battle experience. How did he live to have such skillful and ruthless moves? There is not even a shadow of a young person in him. He is simply a 100-year-old monster. No wonder he acts so overbearingly. With such strength, even I would have no worries in acting like this. I have failed bad this time. I must retreat. Fang Yan met frontal attacks with swift and fierce strikes, like a fierce tiger leaving the mountain or a flood dragon overturning the seas. Tyrant Heng Mei was gasping, and his energy and blood were in disorder from Fang Yuan's attacks. The main point was, every time Fang Yuan suffered injuries, he would become stronger. Now, Tyrant Heng Mei was already not able to continue fighting against Fang Yuan. If Fang Yuan became even stronger, that would be too horrible. Every time Tyrant Heng Mei thought of this, his fighting spirit decreased by a little. As the fight continued, he did not dare to attack at all. There were clear opportunities to attack Fang Yuan, but he started hesitating. What should I do, attack or not? With such thoughts, how could he fight well? Tyrant Heng Mei was slowly falling into a passive situation. Fang Yuan, however, had let go of all his apprehension. His attacks were like the tides, coming waves after waves, continuous and endless. Beast phantoms flashed one after another in the air. There would be violent sounds every time Fang Yuan attacked. The explosive sounds came again and again. All the people who heard it felt their hearts throb in fear. What kind of fierce offense is this? Even a formidable senior like Tyrant Heng Mei is not Fang Zheng's match. Fang Zheng is clearly at rank 4 initial stage, but he is suppressing the middle stage Tyrant Heng Mei. Little Beast King. Many people were secretly observing the battle and thought over this nickname of Fang Yuan. Who is the tyrant here? Mang Kuang felt quite helpless. He could tell Fang Yuan was more brutish and more unreasonable than Tyrant Heng Mei. The fiendish Tyrant Heng Mei paled in comparison to Fang Zheng. Fang Zheng, don't go too far! Tyrant Heng Mei spurted out blood. His chest, arms, and legs were all completely fractured. He wanted to retreat, but Fang Yan had already seen through his plan. Bai Ningbing killed the other members of the 10 tyrants and firmly locked him down. How? 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 Fang Yuan pointed his finger. 6 large beast phantoms turned into solid forms and fell down from the sky, submerging Tyrant Heng Mei. Bam! A loud sound echoed and dust scattered everywhere. Tyrant Heng Mei was beaten to a pulp. His internal organs and bone fragments splattered over the ground. Gasp! Countless sharp inhaling noises could be heard from the surroundings.